Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nexus Commentaries. This is changing because Logic is now playing instead in this series. So the first series, we're actually going to end up doing 3 for you tonight in a row. The first one is Nsomnia versus Miss Most Skillshots. The second one is Miss Most Skillshots versus Amazing. And the third one is Nsomnia versus Amazing. So I thought it'd be easier to do to just go through all 3 since I can't be late since I'm always with one of the teams beforehand. The coin flip was won by Nsomnia. They chose to have map pick, which gave Miss Most Skill Shots the first pick. I don't know where that went. Nsomnia banned out Battlefield of Eternity and banned out Cursed Hollow. Miss Most Skill Shots banned out D-Shire and Braxis. Excuse me. Hopefully that doesn't keep a full night. So, Miss Most Skill Shot banned out D-Shire and Braxis, which are both soul lane dependent maps. So it could be a hint that they have a weaker soul lane, so we could potentially see Nsomnia try to punish that by putting a lot of ganks on that side of the map. Nsomnia chose to send us to Towers of Doom, so we'll be seeing that as our first one. It's not a map we've casted much this season here on Nexus Commentaries. Not a bad map by any means. A little bit different in playstyle compared to other maps because you can't hit the core, but not a bad map. And maybe Logic's coming back. Alright, hold on. It looks like Logic's back instead.
Oh, the stream already live?
Yeah, where are we going?
Nice.
Alright.
Yeah,
Guess I
Title has subbed in, so.
Alright, so now I'm just gonna abbreviate you to type in your full name. Hell yeah. Alright. Peace under that. Alright, so I did go over map picks and bans and whatnot. I can go over it again though. Nsomnia, one coin flip, chose map pick. They banned out BOE and Cursed. Miss Most Skill Shot will end up with first pick. They banned out D-Shire and Braxis. Both of which are maps that are important for the soul lane. So I mentioned that we could see a lot of ganks going off to that side of the map to punish that potentially weaker soul lane player that they have. And then we're going to Towers of Doom. And we're about to jump right into draft because it's already late start, and as I mentioned before, both these teams have another set of games to do today.
Busy.
It is, especially because at least I'm casting all 3 of them. Alright, so Towers of Doom. Good map. Ooh, they're actually having Psycho Ban. Didn't realize Psycho banned for them. What bans are you looking for here from these teams?
Towers has sort of become a pretty standard map overall. As always, global heroes are pretty good. This is sort of a map. Macro pressure is really important. Specifically the bottom lane, where all the merc camps are. That lane's really sort of the lane that most people end up focusing.
Yeah.
And also heroes you can hold around a point, because some of those altar fights end up being pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, macro heroes, sustainy heroes. You can go like super bursty heroes and just try and win fights fast. But
what about something that's just there constantly, like a Murky?
This is probably one of Murky's better maps. Because you can kill him, and then as long as there's somebody else to like poke 1 or 2 more times, Murky can get in there again.
The bans so far are Anubarak and Abathur banned out by Most Skill Shots. I think those are actually common bans for them. And then Alarak banned out so far by Nsomnia, which seems like a pretty like a target ban. I didn't do any research this time around. Thank you for the Invade Nexus gaming series with your party of 9 there. There's Kira. That's a pretty common ban these days. Still considered pretty strong overall right now.
She's a good hero. Abathur as well. This is one of Abathur's best maps for sure.
Alright, first pick could be the Zeratul. Could be a Dahaka is still open as well. Mothale is also pretty high priority on this map sometimes for the double soak, and it's gonna be the Ana. Not a huge surprise either to see that coming out.
A lot of strong picks suddenly open still. Prioritizing that Ana, she's still very good, so it does make sense to prioritize, but
We're
she's
kind
sort of fallen out of favor a little bit, I think, but
yeah.
we'll see.
There is a lot of quote-unquote overpowered things right now, and if everything's overpowered, nothing is, so you're a lot of flexibility in bans that way. There's the Tyrande coming out, there's Diablo, so it looks like Nsomnia is going to go more towards that blow-up style. The quick pickoffs there. Though Tyrande is a little bit weaker, her Elun's Chosen at 1 was nerfed, and then her anti-stun was moved to 16.
Yeah, I played a Tyrande game the other day and I forgot they did that. I was like, wait, where's my anti-stun?
I
had to read over all the challenges. I'm like, where is it?
We see ETC Greymane coming out from Missile Skillshots. Both are actually really high priority and considered super strong right now in the meta. Could still see a Tassadar come out for them and just hyper carry the Greymane. Nsomnia would be looking to pick up their damage here. They can look to go more bursty, honestly, right now. Ban out the Tassadar Medivh and then keep going for it.
Yeah, Medivh pretty good on this map as well. The protection gets a lot of value, especially against Diablo Tyrande.
Or against a Greymane. Like, yeah, either team could pick it up. There's the Dahaka ban.
Yeah.
Jams are tending to favor more the Imperious and... what was the other one? There is two. He likes Malthael. He likes those two picks generally in the solo lane.
Both strong hero. Oh, they ban out the Medivh for themselves.
Yeah. Could have worked either way, honestly. Either team could have picked it up.
Yep.
Could still see a Tassadar for Missile Skillshots. It doesn't really seem like a Tassadar would fit Nsomnia's game plan right now, just a quick blow up. Could see a Li Ming
sort
or
of
Genji go.
Yeah, Li Ming Genji with Imperious or some other solo laner would be pretty nasty.
Malthael to secure their first kill. It's going to be the Hanzo Malthael.
Yeah, good pick.
I like this skin for Hanzo. It makes all of his abilities just a little bit larger, easier to see. There's Li Ming coming out, so we're going to see the solo lane pick up as well here. They're holding it to... It's a little interesting that Nsomnia showed it, but I guess they prioritized it high enough that they didn't want it taken away.
Maybe they got some sneaky last pick. Maybe we're getting the Lost Vikings.
Hammer. Last pick Hammer, just a random hammer. It's gonna be the Leoric picked up from us. A lot of setup there. Potentially a Mosh and Tomb for the nano boosted Li Ming to just go ham. Could also be Orb build. Orb build was buffed recently.
Could be one of the better maps for a build, I guess, because you're not around the altars. There aren't any minions to block shot.
Yeah, could also
or
just
build
be
still kind of a meme, but
yeah.
This is the map to do it on, I guess.
Q build got some buffs too, didn't it? You got a talent buffed up, yeah. So
yeah, Aether Walker and some other stuff.
And it's gonna be the Sylvanas for Insomnia. Another really solid pick. A little interesting they didn't pick up any traditional mages, but it's not like Hanzo or Sylvanas are low on damage either.
Yeah, very, very true. But yeah, it is a little weird. The DPS doesn't... Insomnia's DPS doesn't synergize immensely with the Diablo Tyrande. It's not like the sort of traditional insane blow-up style. But still, like, pretty good picks. A lot of those heroes play around each other very well. Just not like the super, like, go face blow up.
Yeah. Hanzo, auto tech plus Q can take most things down to half health, but just that. On top of Tyrande Diablo, it would be pretty crazy. Here we have the Hammer playing Greymane. Ana's being piloted by Homeless Cat. ETC piloted by Heck Boozled. The Leoric is being played by Supertail and Carbon on the Li Ming.
For Insomnia, we have Hamster on Malthael, Psycho on Sylvanas, Taki on Tyrande, French playing Han, and Typhel on Diablo. It looks like they did Psycho and French swapped heroes in the draft there, so that's interesting.
So
I was a little surprised when I didn't see him on the Hanzo, because usually French is the Hanzo.
They could have had something else in mind and then just at the last second swapped over. And
I
do like the Sans pick. Could go W build to try to stack up a lot on ECC. Could go Q build to try to punish someone when they dive too deep by themselves. But most importantly, Merc Queen is super good with the camps on this map. You will take forts so fast if you got Merc Queen going on.
Yeah, a lot of options for builds here. But between all these teams, really, there's a few different builds.
Well, I imagine Anna's still stuck in her build.
That's fair.
I've heard some people are going the Sleep Dart build now on her.
Yeah, what is like 7% on Wake Up or something like that?
10.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, and then it applies 4 doses as well. And then you get the auto attack quest at 1, because then all you have to do is sleep dart and then plus 1 shot. And you get a stack.
That's some serious burst.
It's still on a burst, so it's not that much. There's a lot of bursts from Ana, but not really compared to any other character. Who are we waiting on here? Oh, Jamster's not loaded in. The West Coaster. Alright, so we're loaded in here. Let's see what builds we're gonna get. Sylvanas will be telling it's Ether Walker on Li Ming there. Get some extra mana, not needing mana to cast Calamity if you go that route. It is gonna be Q build Hanzo on a Pale Horse, pretty standard there. Viciousness on Greymane. It is gonna be the Ana is gonna be playing Grenade build. Prog Rock coming out. 10 seconds. Remember when Grenade used to amplify all healing?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
It was. I wish they kept that in her kit. I know it was busted. If you ever went back to double support with it. It looks like Sylvanas is going to go W build as well. Picking up that talent. Soul Shield on Diablo.
Ooh, Soul Shield's interesting. It does kind of make sense against the lead main. A little iffy on the Grey main, but it's not bad. Not getting a lot of gloves on this map, so Devil's Due isn't going to get as much value as it would have.
A little bit of damage going out from both teams, not much. Mostly just focusing on clearing the wave, making sure no one gets caught out. The wave clear advantage going over to miss most skill shots, but they're not rotating anywhere yet. Here they go. I think I missed anything? They missed a minion. Both teams missing at least one. ATC is zoning out here, so Nsomnia is going to miss a couple more shots after that as well. Just kind of harassing him here. Like, they're not even close to killing him. Diablo yet. Missed the Tronda stun follow-up on the Diablo flip there. And Diablo's continuing to take damage. Now he's getting close to dying, though. Boozle just gonna chase him all the way back to their fort around the side there. And classic orbs to siege there from Li Ming. In the top lane, we actually have French going.
He's picking up
Hanzo. Yeah.
Hanzo? I mean, I don't know how the Hanzo-Leoric matchup goes. It looks like it goes over to Hanzo.
I imagine it would, like, just the sheer amount of range on it. I feel like Jamster just ran at him there and never actually hit him. Like, just ran at him, took a tower shot, but didn't do anything. Both teams taking up bottom siege camp, trying to get that on cooldown. The more you pick it up, the more likely you are to get value from it. Boozle potentially going to come over here, but he's going to get zoned out by Diablo. But he still has the power slide option. He can go in there, but not going to risk his life on that. Soul Shield was popped there by Diablo, so that's going to be on cooldown now for the next 45 seconds. Just got to put it at around 250 when it will come back up.
So I think it gets cooldown reduction when you damage
230. Every time he damages an enemy hero, he gets a second off. Alright, so Greymane's going in, Diablo's going in. Both of them are getting half health, but that's a little bit more damage onto a Diablo than a Greymane, but both teams also have healing that's coming out right now.
Staffers are dead. They're trying to clear these up before they're getting close to the wall. It looks like they got the clear on them.
Yeah, Savant's passive keeping them in. The one that did start running did get picked off before he finished. Mothiel doing a good job double soaking. Both teams have level 4. It is going to be Merc Queen coming out from Sylvanas. It's actually defibrillating dart from Ana. So she's not going full grenade build. She's going to go some hybrid here.
Yeah, debilitating dart is, I mean, if you get hit by it, it feels pretty bad. It's just a matter of landing it. It's a pretty small skill shot.
50% minus damage on anyone, especially like if you put it on the nano boosted Li Ming, which is where I imagine that's going to go. That's going to be pretty big. It actually looks like it's going to be Q build coming out from Li Ming here. So,
yeah, that makes sense. I'm curious to see if she'll end up going Calamity or not.
Yeah, a little bit more single target damage, a little bit more harass, but maybe not necessarily finishing power. Yeah. Diablo popping Soul Shield again. Greymane chasing pretty far in, might pay for it. He's down to 90 health, but he's going to get out there. Homeless Cat's going to take some damage as well. Looks like they traded the top altars. Jamster rotate down on a Pale Horse. Diablo's going to finish the channel. He's going to rotate back up here.
Yeah, it's a pretty good altar phase for Nsomnia. The objective doesn't really change the momentum of this map very much, but getting that kill and getting that first objective is a pretty good way to set the tone for the start of the match.
Yeah. Getting that one objective lead sometimes makes the difference in the late game. Most of the time doesn't come down to just one, but sometimes does. We've all seen those Towers of Doom games that come down to one shot, so every shot matters. As we really don't have to move the camera much from this bottom lane.
Yeah, bottom lane is a hotbed right now. A lot of action going on.
Yeah, French is in the middle. He's soaking up that wave, covering there. James is going to rotate. He's going to start setting up. As we actually have Sapper Camps round 2 coming up right now. It's actually the Dragon Hungers for Hanzo here. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, that's. I don't know why I was expecting a brown Q talent like the other two.
Yeah, not one of those at 7. There is the -2 talent.
Oh, yes.
Which is fun. That -2 armor sometimes makes all the difference, maybe.
I take it with Redemption build, but I don't take it with Q build. I've actually never played Q build ever on Hanzo. I mained Hanzo for like a good 4 months, and I never once played Q build because I just don't like it. I prefer W build.
Q build is kind of fun when it works out. Blue team Sapper's going in, taking a tower and a half.
Yeah, and the wall. Yeah, it's just Sappers are so much damage. If Merqueen pushes in, they will take all of that again. So they could quickly even this out, but the first they need to be able to push those forward, and right now they're just not able to. Taki's going to go ahead and tap. There's a stun onto Greymane, but no overpower coming out, so the Tyrande stun misses as well. In fact, Savannah's going to get down quite a bit of damage there. Yeah, nice job. Heck boozled on that. They're still pushing forward. They still have all 3 Sappers, but they're pretty low. They're actually going to get cleaned up right there. Power slide onto Hanzo. He's not next to a wall, so he's not going to be able to jump right away. He's going to move out there a little bit, but Diablo's down to 400 health. It is Calamity coming out from the Li Ming, so she's just not going to heal, and she's going to pick off the Hanzo with a big fat orb in his face. Tyranda's going to get picked off because of the power slide. Diablo's going to push back in there, but he's going to quickly burn down. You can't dive into that much burst, and it's a 4-man wipe on the bottom lane going over to Mismo Skillshots.
ETC bought so much space there. He created a whole lot of space.
He did.
For his team to pick it up there, including I think he got a kill there with Pinball Wizard. There's a lot of burst coming out, and they take this tower pretty much for free. That was a really good team fight for Mismo Skillshot.
Yeah, both of the top laners just rotating back and forth. Not much going on there. They're both basically just XP drones right now. Tens are picked up.
Had a pretty good grenade there, stopping the W healing from Diablo as well. I think he would have lived if he got that first W off. No soul reset, so that's an upside.
Yeah, that's true. 10's coming out here. We actually see March of the Black King from Leoric here. Mosh Pit, Nano Boost, Bullet, and Wave of Force. So, looks like they just decided they had enough. There's a 2-man Mosh, though. Diablo is going to get pushed out of it, but Tyranda's not going to be so lucky. She is going to fall there. Carbon almost finishing off Diablo down to 450 again on him. There's also the Nano Boost. They had the ult advantage, but now they're down to just the Oryx, and that's not necessarily the strongest ult in the game. Not a bad ult by any means, but not nearly considered as strong as high as in 2. Now we have 10s picked up for Nsomnia, Wailing Arrow, Starfall, Last Rites, Dragon's Arrow, and APOC going to be coming out as well.
Yeah, pretty standard. Nsomnia probably going to look for the Dragon Arrow into APOC combo. That overlaps perfectly.
The Wailing. James is going to be able to stall out the Greymane. Bullet's down now, actually. The bullet was flown out and did miss there. And both teams are going to stack up here. French is a little bit late there. Diablo's in the middle of the enemy team. He's going to flip them over, though, and he's going to land a nice fat stun on Ana. There's the Hanzo arrow as well. And Ana's going to be the first to fall. There goes ETC. Mothio's going to get a stack on Last Rites. It wasn't the killing blow, but it was a lot of the damage. They're going to actually back up and try to retake the bottom tower before channeling. Nope, they decided attacking. Yeah, they decided not to. French is gonna go ahead and zone or get vision on the Greymane there on that camp.
Yeah, they realized waiting much longer there is that is a sort of tempting fate.
They are going to invade though here. Ult advantage will go over to Mismo Skillshots as Nsomnias are still all on cooldown. But ETC is going to be a little bit later as he did just respawn. They're going to go ahead and pick those up. Take a big fat orb to the face, but that's about all they're going to take to that. Someone's making sure she's in range to get off the Merc Queen bonus damage, but that's about it. They did retake the fort in the meanwhile. There's Bullet onto the Diablo, so that's a large chunk of his health. He's getting pretty low anti-heal on him as well, so you have to wait for that to start healing him up. He's going to move down because they are going to have tap available since they did retake that. They're going to potentially move up to take that, but they also have to defend this building meanwhile. Top laners are still just XP drones right now.
That's the way it is.
The way the cookie crumbles. As they're trading damage back, they're going to pull out Greymane, but again, the overpower not coming out because of the power slide.
Yeah, good appeals from ETC here on the
Diablo. There's the Hanzo arrow though. There's a looking at this Greymane saying we can finish that off. He's down to 40 health. He's going to miss the W there from Hanzo, but they are going to kill him. But he did get bullets off again. There's another power slide, but it's going to be partially interrupted there. They're going to back off a little bit. But here's Jamster, though. He's coming down for the gank. Here is his ult on ETC. Not enough. 300 health on the Ana. She's going to fall down to Hanzo there as 13s are picked up for both teams as the objective is spawning here. Anything crazy coming out? Glass cannon for Li Ming.
That is bold. She has been pretty safe in the backline for the most part, but Tithel's been really sort of making a lot of these plays happen.
Full W build coming out from Diablo as well. He's not doing the new chest.
The Burning Rage talent?
Yeah. With the spell power and choosing that over the quest. There they go. They almost get the whole combination off. Taki's going to continue to try to soak this here. As Ana's not quite back with her team just yet, so that objective is going over to Nsomnia. After a rough start, they're starting to come back into this right now. They've been winning the objectives, though, at least. That's the important part. Is there's the power slide mosh pit on them for French, still the one not caught in it. As they finally get the Hanzo arrow to interrupt it, but Diablo is still pretty low, but he does have 75 spell power armor on him, and they're going to keep chasing him. But he's going to get a mighty big heal off of that W, though, coming out. And they might all... someone did fall in the bottom section to the Leo ETC, meanwhile. Yeah, that's all she wrote on that fight.
That format mosh pit was real scary. I'm surprised they didn't get anything else there.
Yeah,
I think they caught him like at just the wrong time where there were a lot of cooldowns that were missing.
Yeah, definitely seems to be the case as Jamster and Leo, who's playing Leo? Super Tai are going to go back to being XP drones again until 16s are picked up, and the next objective will be a triple spawn, double top with this one, mid bot, true bot.
It should be pretty slow for a little while here.
There's no mosh pits. Sure. This flank from ETC isn't quite as scary as it could have been. Hanzo did finish his quest. Prog Rock is finished. Those are the only quests that really have completion times. Sleep Dart on to Diablo. He's going to take all of the damage from Li Ming, but it's only like half his health bar. He's full souls still, so it's pretty tough to do that. There's a big power slide though onto 2, but still no mosh for 30 seconds, but anti-heal there on the Sylvanas. She has her passive going. She's trying to stop these sapper camps from coming in. They're going on to the Grey Main with the full combo there. Yeah. There's the bullet onto Diablo, though, so he still needs to be careful. They're going to dodge out another set of orb combinations there from Carbon.
That Mana Cleanse is really about to start being a problem if they don't catch her in the APOC combo. Like, she's just going to shut down all their engagements.
Top objectives are traded out, and Jamster's going to be the first to rotate down because he has a Pale Horse. And they're going to start looking for it. Tython's going to push the ETC back in. Mosh is up. They need to be careful of that. There's the Othel ult, though, and it's going to pick him off because Ana couldn't quite heal him up fast enough. Leo is still just doing XP games here. They need to start winning these objectives a little bit more here on Missimo Skillshots if they actually want to close this out. They're keeping it close. They're winning. It feels like they're winning in between objectives, but they're just not closing it in on the objectives.
Yeah, I feel like the turning point here for a lot of these big fights is Jamster's rotating in while Leoric is still sort of global on the map, which is their global pressure is solid. Leoric's picking up a lot of soak, which they're very much needing. But a lot of these fights I think are turning because Nothail's there.
And there goes Grey Main.
On the Grey Main.
Yeah, there's the Hanzo arrow down too, though. Charonda now has her cleanse as well, though. So that's something. But we also have Alpha Killer from Grey Main. We also have the active reload there from Ana. So you have more healing for both sides and a lot more damage as well. Because you also got picked up the piercing arrows from the Hanzo. They're going to go in on the ETC here with the stun, but not quite that much follow-up damage. There goes the Sapper Camp. That was Merc Queen boosted too. Yeah, that was a half. Well, here comes Leo, though, this time. Definitely had
the Empowered Wraithwalk coming in. 50% less damage on these here.
He's draining the Diablo. Jamster trying to figure out if he needs to rotate down, decides not to because his team's able to back out in time, so he doesn't need to worry about actually showing up. Which is going to... no, he's still there. He's looking for something, potentially. Zoning out a little bit. Dodges the creepy hand, but Li Ming's there as well, so he's got to be careful of that. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. He's pretty low there. All of the damage from Li Ming, but there's Grey Main. Going to dodge some of it, but going to fall down in the end. Seemed like a bit of miscommunication about when they want to commit for that. He's going to be down 20 seconds of the objective time. So both while it's waiting to spawn, plus 20 seconds while it's up. which will make it pretty hard for Nsomnia to close out any of these altars.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where this is about to end up.
Doesn't matter. Mismo skill shots just push back still underneath the building, so it looks like Insomnia's going to try to channel the middle one.
Yeah.
Well, True Bot's going to be channeled by Leo, and they're just actually going to be able to manage to get a trade during all this. Carbon, in fact, almost dying. Meanwhile, they're going to go on the Leo, but he's got the creepy walk ready to go. Gonna slow down on. That's a lot of damage from Li Ming onto the Diablo again. Here comes March of the Black King as Psycho dives super deep with his damage there, but he's gonna get finished off as well. But it's gonna lead up to some more kills. Here comes ETC in the backline though. Big power slide and Mosh Pit onto 2. Meanwhile, there's the Tyrande Sun to cleanse them out of it. And Diablo's still looking like he's in trouble. A big heal from his W. And here it comes again. Malthael's gonna come. He's just gonna instantly kill the Greymane with his ult. ETC's gonna live. Leo's gonna die as well, and Diablo's still alive because he's doing Diablo thing. They're gonna finish off the ETC. That's gonna be this building. That's probably at least one, if not 2 of the camps sapper camps going over to them. I would say take the building, then take the sappers. You can send, they're sending Malthael over to start in on the sappers while the rest of them finish off this building here. They don't have Sylvanas to turn it off. They also don't have Sylvanas for the Merc Queen damage. Unfortunately, doesn't do any bonus damage to the core. But they do get the building, the all-important bottom building, going over to them.
Yeah, bottom lane. Once you sort of get that built, once you get that tower down, that's pretty impactful, especially this late in the game. Earlier, Miss More Skillshots did, I think, take Nsomnia's bottom keep, but earlier in the game, it's a little bit harder to clean up than it is this late.
Yeah, again, just sending Just Jamster over to pick up the other sapper camp while they 4-man defend it here. There's a big sleep dart though. Coming out from Ana to make sure that he doesn't be able to do his combo. There's the bullet coming out as well.
No fear.
Nah, he doesn't. And there's a big stun. Here comes Jamster, almost getting the flank off on time. Altars spawning in 4, and unfortunately for Mismo Skillshot, it is just true bottom here. So they're gonna have to wrap around, and that's gonna give Diablo plenty of time to set up stuff in that choke point, along with the Hanzo W coming in. But he's going to back out. Leo was just able to Wraith Walk through there, keeping some anti-damage going, as Jamster was able to channel, and here goes the kill onto Leo. Big Hanzo arrow as well. APOC coming out. They silenced the Ana, so there was no cleanse coming out as they finished off Ana and ETC there. Greymane getting super low as blinking from Psycho coming out from his level 20 that was just picked up as well. Able to finish them off, and that's a full man team wipe. Looks like they're just going to go boss, because boss will be exactly the game. That one altar in the beginning that we talked about, saying it doesn't always matter, it mattered this game. It put them in a position where they're going to get 3 shots, and they would have had to wait till the next altar spawn. Instead, they have boss available to them, to just perfectly clean up with 3 overkill. Nice job going over to Nsomnia.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean game. Not flawless. They definitely had a couple spots where they looked very immortal. Typhel very much dancing on the edge of death a few times. Diablo looked super killable a few of those fights, but between the heals from Tyrande and just like the insane soul shields, just really, a lot of their engages, they just couldn't kill the Diablo, and then the rest was history. Big APOC arrow combos, just huge wombo combos, and the Ana cleanse almost clutched it out for them, but wasn't quite enough.
It almost makes you wonder if Li Ming had domination at 4 to get the heal, if she could have done more combos, and how much Glass Cannon actually affected that. She did do the most hero damage by 3k, popping over.
Yeah, she had a lot of huge combo.
Even with all those big bullets, Greymane is sitting at the bottom of the main damage dealers in terms of hero damage. Of course, staying at the bottom, only 5k hero damage from her. But the big one is her healing number, 20k above Tyrande.
Yeah, a lot of heals. Tyrande's healing numbers aren't insanely high, but sometimes they aren't, but they are usually very impactful.
Also, the important note is anti-heal, so it's hard to heal when you can't heal.
Yep, very true.
As we wait to figure out... Alright, so... I mean, the question, I guess, becomes... Where do you go next? What map do you go next? Let's start with Nsomnia. If you're in Nsomnia, and they take first pick, hero pick, where do you go map-wise?
I think you probably want to go to another sort of macro-oriented map where you can do a lot of sort of team fights. Cursed Hollow, I think, is a
Banned
map that
out
comes to
by
mind.
Insomnia.
Yeah, I know they don't like that.
Infernal Shrine's gonna be a good one though, because it's another one where you're fighting around a point.
Yeah, that's true. Another good Diablo map if Typhel wants to bring out the Diablo again, assuming they let it. I don't know. I think there's too many good options for Insomnia here.
All right. I'm getting word from Mismo Skillshot that they are taking map pick and they are going to Volskaya.
Interesting.
So they're taking. So in that case, maybe they have a plan in mind. If you've been watching Tespa's Heroes of the, I don't think it's Heroes of the Dorm. I think it's Heroes Training Ground right now. If you watch the collegiate tournament going on, they were playing Volskaya earlier, and the team comp was Rexar, Mal'Ganis, Auriel, Tassadar. Let me just pull this up because someone was. Rexar, Mal'Ganis, Leoric, Auriel, Alexstrasza.
Huh.
Do you think we'll see anything that fancy coming out?
That's extremely fancy. I don't know.
Triple
if there are many
tank,
comps
double
similar to
healer.
that. Yeah, that's pretty wild. But we'll probably see. Generally, a lot of teams have secret Volskaya strats they like bringing out. So maybe we'll end up seeing.
Sumeru
Yeah, he's
fun.
good here.
It's a smaller map, but like you spend so much time around the objective, you could see him using that global pressure that he could pull out.
Yeah, camps are also extremely important. So he's
Yeah,
good.
could see a hammer comp. Be fancy. I doubt it. What else is 5 support are sometimes done, or 4 tanks and a Lucio.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, 4 tanks Lucio. That's a strat.
It is. It's quite a strat. I've tried it. I've tried it on different maps. I find that it's better to go like 2 tank, 2 bruiser, and a Lucio. Something with a little extra damage. Nsomnia super good, Murden super good in that kind of comp right now. Their damage is going out. Unlikely that we see that though. What else is there for? We could see an Auriel though. Auriel's super good right now. It seems. Tassadar also good. Still surprised that we haven't really seen Tassadar in any of our games.
Yeah, I mean those buffs are pretty solid.
I think people are just scared or just
nice.
like don't have a person who's played Tassadar enough to like.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't very familiar with him anymore.
I am.
With good reason, because he has been bad for a little while. So
He has. He's been conceived to be bad for a little while.
yeah, I think he's always been a little underrated. Lowest win rate hero in the game. Hard to argue that he was sort of in a bad spot.
I would agree he was in a bad spot, but I wouldn't agree like he shouldn't have been the lowest. It was just like a lot of people didn't know how to play him. I ran 78% win rate on him during the preseason before all those buffs. So, I mean, it's also helpful when you play with like top 5 tracer players NA every time you play them.
Sure.
Shoutouts to Dolce for that one. Alright, as we move into Volskaya, another map that shows Nova on the loading screen. I like the joke that, maybe, that'd be fancy. Actually, looking over their picks earlier, what was interesting was Mismo Skillshots might be the only team running Artanis in Heroic Division. As they do play
Artanis players, if you're an Artanis player, Artanis gets a lot of value.
He definitely can. As we are looking for the first bans, anything crazy? I feel like they might need to ban out the ETC from Mismo Skillshots. It did a lot of work last game.
Yeah, ETC, he was making some plays. He did get bursted a lot by the Diablo. He felt also pretty fragile. There's the yellow rank again.
Yeah, that must be a scouting ban. If you miss most skill shots, though, do you really play Alrek that much? If you're missing?
Sure.
He's got like 3 skill shots.
You gotta hit those. Although one of them's a point and click, so.
Well, it's a point and click, but you have to hit the people in between.
Yeah, that's true.
And the ban from miss most skill shots will be... I'm guessing it's Nubrek. Yeah, Nubrek called it. This ban, I wanted to see the ETC ban. I don't think you're going to let it through unless you're planning on playing it, so... You gotta ban it here. Because I don't think you're getting Diablo.
No, probably not.
Could first pick the ETC though, if you're comfortable on it as well. And it's gonna be the Kira. This Kira is left open as well. Maybe they don't have a Kira player? So now Mismo Skillshots have to determine what they want to let through, what they don't want to let through. Here could be the Ana ban, could be Diablo ban, could be ETC ban.
I'd probably ban the Diablo here. It was pretty. Did a lot of those plays. Sylvanas also did a lot of work, so that's not a bad play. Also, pretty good Sylvanas map. A lot of point fighting, so it's easy to get stacks.
Also, your bonus merc damage does amplify the turret on the ground.
True.
Which is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of damage to come out from that turret.
Yeah, really.
I wonder if it amplifies the healing camp too. If you get an extra 60%. I doubt it though, because it specifically says damage. It's gonna be a Johanna coming out from them, saying you might not need to play so aggressively. Also, it's a map where you need to sustain a while, which is a good Johanna thing to do.
Yeah, Johanna, pretty solid map. She doesn't really have any weaknesses. She just sort of exists and doesn't die.
Her biggest weakness is if you find a way to ignore her. And Mismo Skillshots, I imagine they lead up with the ETC. It did a lot of work. I think you go back to it. ETC Ana. Give me Tyrande Jaina. They're looking to burst a little bit more in this game. Swap and rolls a little bit between the teams.
Yeah, both pretty solid picks, especially on this. I mean, not especially on this, just in general. But they work pretty good on this one. So.
Are we going to see Valarial here and then ban the Ana?
Definitely a possibility.
And then you could like pick up, if they don't ban it, you could pick up like Tass plus your offlane tank as like a Blaze and go super heavy frontline with double support behind you and a Vala. It's gonna be the Thrall Stukov combination coming out. Could see a Phoenix then behind that soon.
Possible.
Earthquake Purification salvo, pretty good. Interesting that they picked Stukov. Stukov not necessarily the best against the just raw burst power that Mismo Skillshots has, but they're looking to sustain. Could still go into Valarial, honestly. Offlane Thrall, Valarial, Stukov, and then have Stukov build into some of that extra damage.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Medivh ban, very smart. Also on this map, Medivh, very good. Incredibly annoying, lots of vision.
And again, could have gone into some heavy sustain there. They're just giving me the Zeratul, trying not to give them that setup there for the Jaina.
Yeah, don't want the Zeratul Jaina. That's a very annoying combo.
Going with the Starfall follow-up, so you can't burst them in response either. Greymaine's still open. ETC is still open, and this game's looking a little bit slower there for Nsomnia, so it might not get blown up as much. And it's gonna be the Garrosh and Chen. So not going back to the ETC, but looking more for their own pickoff style where they're not needing to dive in like the Diablo, but instead chuck people out. Chen's gonna look to just kill something in the backline. We'll see what targets Nsomnia gives them right now. It's really just Stukov, but he can fully swipe that away after it jumps. So they need another target there for the Chen, I feel like, to really maximize it. But they're also hiding a pick on Mismo Skillshots because
yeah, something's coming at her. You don't pick Chen here unless you got something coming.
Raymain Hanzo for Nsomnia here. That's a lot of damage from them.
Yeah, it is.
And then just a solid wall so they can pick and choose when they want to go in there. And here comes Mismo Skillshot's last pick.
What's it gonna be?
It's gonna be the Genji, so just even more blow up potential there.
That's scary. Genji is not a bad pick here, I don't think. Nsomnia is a little squishy in the backline. Johanna isn't the best hero at peeling Genji off. Thrall can kind of bully him a little bit. Johanna can also bully him a little bit.
Can dive in with the mini pandas from Chen. If you get feeling swiped out, then you all get out.
That'll be Panda Pals and Genji dive and chain of damage. That's a little scary. Not gonna lie.
And here we have the Hammer playing Jaina, Homeless Cat on the Tyrande, Hackboozle on the Garrosh this game around, Super Tai on the Chen, and Carbon playing that Genji.
For Nsomnia, we have Yamster on Thrall, French on Greymane, Tythal on Jo, Taki on Stukov, and Psycho playing Hanzo.
How did you say Jamster's name?
Yamster.
Hamster? My phone autocorrects his name to Hamster all the time.
Nice.
I just leave
it. Fair enough.
Funny.
It's pretty funny.
Looking at these teams, which one are you going to give the edge to here?
I don't know. Both these teams are very scary. I think it really depends on sort of the game momentum. I think if Johanna is able to kind of like exist in the front line and sort of be like an annoying wall, I think Nsomnia kind of has it. But if Garrosh is able to get value and get some good throws, then I think Mismo Skillshots. Yeah.
I think the Mismo Skillshot has a slightly harder game plan to execute here.
Yeah.
A little bit more technical on their side, a little bit harder to pull off maybe in a solo queue environment, but this isn't solo queue. This is team play. So sometimes the harder to play style comps just work out, but sometimes there's something to be said about playing something easy to play.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be hold your ground from the Johanna, basically giving herself a massive shield every 15 seconds. Still Eye of the Tiger for Chen. Nothing crazy. It's going to be simple geometry coming out from the Hanzo. Is that French? No, it's Psycho.
I think it's Psycho.
Yeah, that's how you know, because French doesn't play W build. Because we talked about it once, how I never played Q build and he never plays W build.
He tried to give credit to French. He tried W.
He tried. I never tried.
He could do it. It's just it is a lot harder.
I think Q build's harder. As the throw gets thrown in, but he gets jumped, but he's gonna get right back out. And Tech Boozled, who's actually looking pretty low right now, as the wave clear advantage again goes over to Mismo Skillshots as the Jaina just clears out the wave, while everyone else is fighting. Another Stukov silence there. He's running the one event skin. What's that event called? It's the same one we got like Sky Striker on and stuff like that.
No, whatever.
It's actually two people right now from Mismo Skillshots. They're gonna put the Garrosh on here, threaten a little bit in the bottom lane. He's just gonna turn around and leave. You do have a Jaina, and Jaina's just gonna wave clear really well for you. So
Yep.
As long as she's not dying, you're fine. Genji looking around a little bit, trying to figure out where he wants to go. Camps have spawned. We'll see who breaks off from both teams to go get it. Genji's going to try to solo the turn camp for his team, and it's going to be the Hanzo Stukov on the other side. So I imagine Hanzo Stukov will get it a little bit quicker, but here comes Run to Owls just to confirm that. Heck, Boozled moving over though, but French is going to scout it out. So he's going to keep that gank from coming in. Jamster playing the bot lane a little slow, trying to get his Echo of the Elements stacks going. Johanna's going to do some soaking of her own.
Yeah, pretty standard so far. Nothing really interesting. This Thrall Chen lane shouldn't really be that interesting.
Unless
aside from
Genji shows up.
Genji gang.
He's trying to heal off his lightning. He's gonna make it out though. But
a lot of damage onto Super tie.
Yeah.
He's not even gonna try and drink that off.
Even with the stagger, he's gonna take quite a bit. He's gonna go. Jamster's not tapping. I don't know if he's used it already or not, but it's gonna give that up. It's gonna be biotic armor for Stukov there. Some physical armor for his team coming out. Probably to help defend against the mini panda pals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, any auto reduction, pretty good. And it's not like your standard block where it blocks a number of autos.
Raymond's gonna get thrown in there, but meanwhile, Johanna's gonna be able to disjoint the other team just enough to keep them from being able to throw any damage on him. And there's a pause coming out from the Jaina. Logic has left the game as well. Off of that screen here. There, Logic?
Oop, hello, I'm good.
Yeah.
I cannot reply.
Yeah. We can't tell them. Because they didn't make us refs, so I'm gonna have to whisper someone here. Alright. Yes, the co-caster's here as well. Jamster's able to inform them that we're good, we're fine. Alright. So we're about to head back into this. They're counting down now. And they're gonna go and play. Look how much they care about you. That's the second time a team's paused for you.
I do appreciate it. I feel a little bad. They probably shouldn't be pausing for casters, but that's fine. A little bit of lag F here. I think we're good now.
You getting hit with that DDoS attack?
Apparently. Got all the classic WoW servers in my basement.
Camps were picked up there for Nsomnia. It looks like Mismo Skillshot's gonna put theirs up just a little bit later here, but not by much. The objective is pretty long, so they have time for it. Apparently I clicked on Chen somewhere, so we're gonna quickly just look at them, and then E, and then back out on the camera. Camera's sometimes a little gimmicky. But we have Genji in the top lane. He's trying to clear out Nsomnia's camp, so his camp can push up there a little bit. Thrall, Chen just both sitting there. There's Greymane now in the top lane, so French is gonna throw one auto back up a little bit, try to clean out some of that. But he's about to get flanked here by the Garrosh Jaina.
Oh, he's so dead.
He is dead. And there's Tirana. There's the throw. Almost needed to hold the dive until after the throw, but he's just gonna die.
Yeah, good try. That was a good try. But there is no getting out of that one.
70% on this objective though, and that's a pretty solid
He bought
start.
a lot of space. They're still going to be able to hold this for a second.
I think you just back off away from him. He's got 4 seconds left.
Almost 90.
There's Unstoppable popped. There's the Genji flipping in with a big W coming out from Psycho there. 19 Echo of the Element stacks for Thrall. About to finish that up probably on the next minion down here.
Insomnia a little behind on the race to 7, but they should have it by the time they want to.
Yeah, they have it now.
Can't invade. Big slow from Stukov, but it looks like they will steal this turret. Oh, Typhel going in.
Typhel liking his aggression there. There was the Stukov as well. I think they were just looking to steal the actual turn itself. Yeah. Greymane was in the top lane cleaning up that camp there. James is going to run forward with his E, trying to try to put in some damage on the Garrosh. Stukov almost getting it with the silence as well, but there was the route onto Carbon. Genji's there. There's the Trunda stun down now as well. There's the turret coming out from Chen. There's another turret, but Jaina was moving away as well. They're just going to clean up these turrets real quick as they get healed up by Stukov. Genji's still super low as he did take dodge at 7. There is the stagger coming out, but Johanna getting low, but she's going to have her passive up, so she's going to get that shield and start walking away. There's a throw onto Greymane, but he's going to tuck and roll out. But there's the Genji. 3-man stun coming out from the Garrosh. That was going to get quickly cleaned up there by the Chen and Genji. That puts it at tiebreaker overtime there. And it's going to go over to Mismo Skillshots as Jamster gets thrown back in. He's going to die. This Garrosh looking just as scary as that ETC did last game. Heck, Boozled really showing himself off as a tank player this series.
Yeah, he's putting in work. That is for sure.
It's intimidation on Garrosh because the ally throw is banned on this map due to a bug interaction with turrets.
Ah.
So that is why you have that pick. It's still interesting that you have Shuriken build with dodge coming out from Genji. Real old school build there.
Yes, OG Genji build.
This Skill Shot's going to take the top well here. Normal movements there. In the bot lane, we have Genji and Thrall trading a little bit of damage, trading their sustains back and forth.
Yeah, looks like that's about all the Protector's going to get here. 10 seconds left on it. A couple more minion waves. This does put Miss more skill shots of like a level and a half up, and they're way ahead to 10.
Yeah, as they pick up 10, it's Dragon Blade coming out, trying to punish some of that lack of CC there on the side of Insomnia. It is Storm, Earth, Fire, it is Warlord's Challenger, and Starfall. We wait to see what Jaina picks. Will she go Ring of Frost, try to end the fights quick, or will she go Water Ellie and chase him down?
She's still holding in. I'm not sure. There's the Water Ellie. I think she wasn't late for anything.
As they're going to just move in on the heal camp here with the 10 advantage. There's the Water Ellie coming out onto Psycho. He's going to be forced to jump a little bit. There is the silence from Stukov, but that might cost him his life as Johanna's already used her passive as well. Jamster's here as well, though, as there goes the Water Ellie. She's going to fall. Or it's going to fall, I guess. I don't actually know the gender of Water Ellie.
It's an amorphous blob.
It's an it. Jamster gonna get flanked here by the Chen, but there's also Carbon on the Genji. Let's see how much they dive here.
Gets out, especially with Ancestor Wrath.
There's Storm with Fire being popped though. There's not gonna be much follow up on that one. There's the
he whips his W.
Yeah, man, they're kill 2. They killed all 3, or they only killed 2.
Nah, the Fire got away.
Fire got away. Yep, there's Chen's respawn right there. It is actually shoved that feeling. So there's a big earthquake and there's a silence root combination almost.
Stopping the Genji to play.
Yeah, there's French gonna pick off another one. We have 2 down on the side of Mismo Skill Shot. French is at 60 health and he's still running around as the Greymane Heck Boozle looking around. This is how you get punished for that Chen popping his ult so early.
Yeah,
Pull people back into the
fire.
silence there. Gotta be careful you
They're
don't get
still
thrown
going.
over the wall. But 90 health on the Garrosh, he's still gonna get out of that.
The armor, by the way.
A turret was dropped by Nsomnia, but they're gonna be free to invade this right now. They still have Bullet and they're about to have Shove, but Dragon Blade's available as well. There's the Toronto Stun coming out. They're gonna finish the channel, grab it real quick. It's a little slow on that. Genji might be able to take it. Meanwhile, Garrosh is gonna fall down to Johanna.
Yeah, he got bursted by Cursed Bullet and assorted other damage.
Bullet does a lot of damage right now.
Sure does. But it's like 40%?
Yeah, 40% of current health. There's the silence onto the Chen to keep him from channeling. There's the Genji jumping in the back. He's gonna dash right on out though. Blessed Shield. There's actually a lot of CC picked up here for the ults of Nsomnia, covering a lot of that baseline. Like, the only ult that doesn't have CC built in is Cursed Bullet, which just does so much damage that it might as well be a CC.
Yeah. Still no Gilmay and Roulette, but it's pretty good.
As both teams slowly make their way to the top lane here to work on that all-important second objective. There's the shove onto Garrosh, making sure he doesn't get off any taunts inside that Blizzard. Psycho got half health. Techie there got a little bit low. Carbon's just positioning here to stop another rotation from Psycho. He's gonna throw some shurikens at him. 60 health left on him. He's gone. There goes Hanzo. Not expecting Genji to still be sitting there. As now they find French as well in between there. They're diving on him. He's gonna fall down as well. Nope. Big heal comes out from him. There's the water elemental on Stukov, who's gonna shove Garrosh away again, but there's Storm Earth Fire. They're gonna finish off the Greymane. They're gonna start in on Jamster here. He's gonna be forced to tap pretty early so he can keep up with the healing. There's a Blizzard though out on Johanna. She's gonna flip back by the Garrosh there. She has the unstoppable and actually blocks Warlord's Challenger with it, but there's a stun coming out from him. There goes the Genji, gonna finish that off almost as Jane actually got the killing blow. They're pinging retreat because now Chen's tanking this. Now it's gonna be Heck Boozle. He's gonna take a shot. Nope, didn't take any shots.
I think if it was anyone else but Chen, they might have been able to get a follow-up kill there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. They did lose timer on the top shrine, so Nsomnia is gonna be able to contest that right in time.
Enough to share coming out from Chen, looking to shield his allies a little bit there, as well as get the burst shield to help cover up the fact that he could be interrupted pretty consistently. Unfooted assault from Greymane, so a little extra lunge distance. Actually, Holy Fire coming out from Johanna is the root, and then Ninja Assassin and Frostwolf Grace. Nothing too crazy in talents except for this Q build still coming out from Genji. Not very traditional right now. There's the bullet, but it's kind of shielded up there by enough to share. They're just gonna chuck Johanna off the point to secure that point. As they're gonna prevent Carbon taking a lot of damage, but they're still just forced to back off. Water Elemental's already down and dead. Storm Earth Fire still out by 30 seconds, and so is Earthquake. Actually, Earthquake will be up 1 second faster. As Mismo Skillshot looks to push up here, Carbon's positioning down in the bot to flank in. He's going to spot out Jamster moving away. He's going to go right back up there, looking to potentially finish something off as this Protector gets anyone low enough. He's going to flip in onto French there. He's going to use his Protect, and French is going to die. There goes Genji as well, though. Yeah, counter kill. Tithe getting low on the Johanna, but it is Johanna.
They did also have to drop the heal beacon, which is a win at least a little bit.
Yeah, Techie had to dodge. He had to dodge it. There's a big Q coming out from Protector, forcing out the bio kill switch as well. And now there's gonna move in, take the mid fort as well. Mismo Skillshot getting a solid building advantage right now, but it all comes down to that all important third objective. Usually, can push quite a bit with it as they continue to move down here. Gonna start on that wall. The end game here is to take that bot well, as that's 2 quests completed simultaneously. Fingers of Frost and Warbreaker. I think it just re-completed because they came out of the objective. I think they were already
that's weird.
Because how it shows that you don't have any stacks on any quests when you're in there.
Yeah.
Genji diving in on to Hanzo, forced to jump out and tap. 2 turns on the side of Nsomnia. Sitting on Jamster and Taki right now. Nice vision arrow from Hanzo to make sure that they're actually safe to make a rotation there. As Genji's still floating around down here, just kind of free to do what he wants, it seems.
Yeah, kind of calm right now. Looking for their third turret, Nsomnia.
Yeah, real big bonus going into this. Jamster dropped one turret just to pick up the other one. To decide he liked the newer, shinier one. As 16 talents are now picked up by both teams, so we'll take a quick look at that. It's actually Executioner for Grey Mane. Makes sense because you do have the Earthquake. Super Strain.
And Nsomnia's done a good job of staying in this game. They've caught up in talents.
Minus armor on Jaina. A little interesting instead of the root. Rough landing.
Yeah.
So extra.
Oh, rough landing is interesting. That's not very standard.
No, that's like the least picked talent, I think, at that level.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. I think the other 16 talents are better, but if those other talents are the Nexus, not one. But that is a lot of slow. I think it's like 60% slow.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
look how
of
slow Thrall is there.
And he had his Wind Fury going. There, Blessed Shield, Bullet, and everything just going out onto the Garrosh, but he's going to be able to unstoppable out. He's still pushing forward. There's Water Elemental, and there is the Earthquake coming out as well. There's the Healing Camp coming out. Are they going to drop 2 turns down so far? 3 turns down for the side of Nsomnia versus the Healing Camp. They're going to chuck in Tithe there on the Johanna. He's going to condemn people into the silence, but it doesn't matter. There's Storm Earth Fire in the back line, and they're going to look to push that off as well. And they got 2. Yeah, Taki just rage quit.
So he's back now.
Oh, you have to come back. There is Carbon jumping forward.
Carbon was looking for that.
He was. He's going to dash right on out.
He was sharking around.
And Missimo Skillshot going to look to replace their heal camp with another one.
Yeah, that choke looked really good for Nsomnia there for a second, but enough to share, plus the healing pulse got so, like, insane value that fight.
Also,
like,
they had popped Blessed Shield at the start of it, just
yeah.
Stun the Garrosh. If they had saved it when everyone was there, it might have turned it around a little bit more.
Definitely possible. It looked like a pretty solid engage. It almost worked.
They almost blew up Garrosh. Of all characters to blow up.
Yeah. But not having all these turrets is going to be a pretty major problem here. They might be regretting that soon.
As I just realized I never updated the score, so that's now updated, by the way, to show that Nsomnia has already won 1 game. As they're going in on the Garrosh again, they popped all the same ults, but this time it worked. And trying to finish the stun quest. That's a lot of damage on that ability now.
Sure is.
I think it's 100% bonus. Yeah, it's 100% bonus damage. Literally doubles the damage.
Hard thing to deal with Thrall in the top, or Super Tie in the top lane. It's a Super Tie a Gaslow player. I wanted to see a Gaslow. Hopefully they win so you can get Gaslow the next game. Huge root on the Genji. Oh
as they got the root combination of silence root on the Genji. Tyrande forced to drop the heal camp, and she drops her ult. Probably didn't want to drop your ult there. The spray comes out as well. I'm not sure who sprayed, if it was the Tyrande or someone else. But we caught it. Also, Thunderstorm quest back to 0 stacks on the Thrall there. Chen and Thrall just still kind of bouncing back and forth. Jaden trying to pick up the heal camp meanwhile. Right,
I believe that might have been French's spray. I think French runs that Night Elf spray. That Maya spray.
As Nsomnia takes the bottom fort, taking their first major building of the game, setting up for this Protector, which could easily push the Keep and Core if the Missimo Skillshots is not careful.
Yeah, Skillshots is ahead in the race to 20, but they are going to have dead heroes, so it's not really going to matter. Got Hanzo, Green Mane, and Stukov outside the Protector. That's probably
20 talents picked up. One turn mute, Shooting Star. So we'll get the free extra lunar flares because they did complete the quest. There's Water Elemental already. Titanic Might as well. As long as Purifier Brew, the talent is no longer a bug, so they're allowed to pick it again. And the Dragon becomes me, even though I don't feel like we've seen that many Dragon Blades this game. Or any, really. Can't recall any of them.
I have not seen any Dragon Blades this game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen one Dragon Blade this game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. As they're still chunking down Carbon there, they caught him out in the bush. This objective has not gotten much more than the wall so far, but there's the root combination onto Genji in the back. But the Chen is going to pop forward. He's going to use his triple health bar maneuver there. And he's going to move forward, and there's a root, big root underneath the Starfall there. As Nsomnia is still trying to back off. There's a big throw onto Jamster. He's going to die right there. First blood of that fight. They're going to move forward onto Tithe here. He's going to condemn 3. There's a shove onto... Who got shoved? Jaden got shoved, which is a pretty good shove target in this scenario. Yeah, there's a big slow into 2 as Heckboozle was able to unstoppable it.
Pressy, get out there. That unstoppable came up just in time.
As the top keep is under siege from the Kata and this camp. And there's 20 talents picked up for Nsomnia as another heal camp looking to go the way of Mismo Skillshots. You have Earthen Shields, a big major talent coming up.
Yeah, that'll be important.
Hunter's Blunderbuss, pretty common there. Radiant Faith from the Johanna.
Nice.
So now that's a 4-second, potentially 5-man stun coming out from her. Push comes to shove from the Stukov and play of the game. As Mismo Skillshots looks to steal away this siege camp here. Jada stole away the turn camp by herself there. And the siege camp goes over to Mismo Skillshots as they're going to taunt out Hanzo Johanna. And they're going to pop Water Elemental. They're going to try to burn the Psycho down. But it's not going to be quite fast enough as Water Elemental is going to fall there. Big Hanzo Arrow. He's going to play the game into that. And there goes Charonda. There goes Garrosh. They're going to get the, here comes the first Dragon Blade potentially of the game. They're going to finish off Hanzo with it. He's going to look to do more, but he's going to end up falling down as well. Ow. Stagger damage could kill the Chen here. If, they don't even need to chase that too much. But he's going to drink away just enough of it to keep going here. He's going to get slowed down by the thunderstorm of Jamster. And they could potentially push an end here.
I think they could. Thrall's Hearthing, I don't know about that. I think they... Well, they do, okay, they do save the keep, so that's something. I guess I don't feel confident.
Yeah, but you would have had a turn. You would have had a turn. You could have done it. Nsomnia playing a little bit safer here. And the keep does go down. All the more reason he should have stayed. As Tithe is going to move forward, he's going to tank it here. They are going to burn it down with the power of Greymane. And Taki going to slap it a little bit with his big arm.
Greymane siege damage pretty good, even without Inner Beast.
Yeah. How much damage do you think Stukov's auto would do if he used his smaller arm?
That would be pretty... Every other auto did like 100% less damage.
But
Jaina, what is...
Big root damage there onto Jaina. There's the Johanna level 20 silence coming out. There's the big combination though from the Garrosh and the Charonda. And there's the Earthquake. Gonna pop her than shields, and it's not gonna be enough to save Greymane there. They didn't even get any core damage done.
Psycho didn't jump in with the play of the game.
He missed the arrow. And
I think he can still react to it.
He can, when it's in flight or 2 seconds after it lands, and it wouldn't have been enough. And there is Johanna. She's going to get caught out there and going to die. Well, not really caught out, but chased down and die. And here comes the almighty 4th objective on Volskaya. I've never seen a game go to the 5th objective.
I probably haven't either.
I feel like you gotta misplay pretty hard to make it go to the 5th one.
Yeah. They did get the keep, which is good, but this is suddenly very scary for Nsomnia.
Both teams, either team gets this or even gets a 4-man team wipe, they can just go end the game now.
Yeah. Johanna might... I don't know. I don't know if she's up in time.
Both teams scouting out the same fortification camp. It is the only object camp that's up right now. Carbon's going to go ahead and jump in on that as soon as the Hanzo arrow vision runs away, but Psycho's going to see it. He's going to back up potentially. He's just going to throw some damage in at them. Here comes Stukov. He's going to probably throw a silence there. Nope, just throw the slow and a heal and walk away. Big W there though. And it's going to be drunk away by Chen. Johanna's just respawned, but 96%. They're just going to position to defend here. They're going to try to burn it down. I think Bullet does chunk it pretty heavily, though.
I don't know if Bullet works on vehicles.
Counts as a hero. That's
I think Bullet has like a specific vehicle exemption.
It has a max damage cap, I think. Like most things.
Yeah, there is a max damage cap, and I'm pretty sure it just doesn't hit vehicles at all. I think they changed that at some point. But yeah, Cursed Bullet, 40% does not affect me. So that is unfortunate. It would be pretty good if it did.
It would be. They're still going to use the bullet on the Chen, though, and they're just going to delete him off the face of the game. French is going to die forward on Jaina a little bit and have to be forced to back up, but there's the Earth and Shield's keeping him up, and they're going to shove Genji straight into the sidewall, and French is going to finish him off as well. Actually, Thrall got the killing blow. And there's not much more this Protector can do now.
Yeah, Protector is...
It's actually going to finish off Greymane. Never mind. It shoves Jamster away on the Thrall, and it's going to kill Greymane. As more W's come out there from Psycho. And
Team Tor's taking damage.
double Kata's.
Team Tor is taking a lot of damage.
Double Kata. Double Kata. Is this going to be a Winions game? There's a third Kata about to join this, but it's going to have to finish off that wave first.
Here. Okay, well, that's 53%. With the 5, we might be going to a 5th objective here.
4th.
Or 4th, yeah.
No, that was 4th. Yeah, we might go to 5th.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Might be the 5th Volskaya objective I've ever seen in a single game. As we take a little bit here at the numbers, we see Jaina's leading damage by about 10k, leading Siege by about 30.
I don't even know if they can take this fort here. Yeah, they're backing off.
15 seconds, 35% of health left on the Protector. Here's the Jaina. Chen's on his way as well. Hanzo, meanwhile, in the top lane, does have that globaling ability available to him. The only ult Nsomnia is missing is Earthquake, but they're also missing Greymane still. All the ults are up, and there we see the Tranda quest and Garrosh quest completed again.
Chen looking around. Not much you can get here. No one's looking to get caught out right now.
No, definitely spell the end of your team in this game if you were. And something you can pick up the siege camp to help decrease the pressure there. Level 23 to level 23. This game's going pretty late in terms of heroes games. 24 minutes already. Whew.
Yeah, this game is pretty long as far as Volskaya games go. Usually this game will be over by now.
3rd or 4th per objective, usually, yeah. And we have the fortification camp. This is where the fight's gonna happen. Both teams are moving in here. Looking at this objective right now. There's the bullet. They're looking to just blow up the Garrosh, but not quite and fast enough on it. There's play of the game coming out. Stukov silence is down right now. Here's the Chen. Chen gonna dive in. Thrall was the first to fall there, and they're looking at Hackboozled still on the Garrosh's Greymane finished off too, but there goes the Stukov. There goes the Greymane now, and still have triple Panda Pals there for Chen. He's going to time that out now. Psycho alive on one side, Homeless Cat Hackboozled, and Super Tie on the other.
I don't think they can end here. With the Genji and the Jaina dead, they super can end. I don't know if they can.
The important
now,
question is,
Chen can definitely kill Psycho.
Could Psycho end, though?
Oh, man. Play the game to the core.
Yeah. Try to push in Katas. It's only Garrosh there defending the triple Cat. He's going to take a little bit there. As Toronto looks to get the support camp.
I don't even know if they can get the support camp. This is questionable. No, they super can. Psycho cannot step up there into the Chen at all.
8 seconds left on Thrall. 10 seconds left on Genji and Jaina. I don't know if I back up there. Here comes Thrall, and the rest of the teams are about to be back up. That was a lot of killing, and basically for nothing. A support camp, I guess.
Kind of put a pause on the game.
They announced blue team's core is under attack here, but there's nothing there.
She keeps saying that. I don't really. I think she's just pranking.
And here we go. The legendary, the mythical 5th objective on Volskaya. Does Nsomnia just go back door? They only have to burn 53%.
Awesome.
And it's on the other side of the map, so you're forced to back, which gives you at least 4 seconds after you provide vision.
They have a very good all-in core team. However, like, there's no
juice parity.
You're messing it up. If you mess that up, that's game.
Well, it doesn't matter, because Mismo Skillshots in the bottom lane, and Nsomnia is ready for this objective. Here we go. 5th objective. This is the game. No matter who wins it, it's definitely the game.
Almost recommend. Unless it's one of those both teams all wipe.
If there's 4 people left, so you don't have the bonus damage. So like you only put 1 person in the Protector. It's a 4 versus.
I think even a 1-man Protector wins in almost 30 minutes.
As they're just looking. I don't even know if you need the Protector. Like there's just a spot where you're choosing to fight, right?
Yeah.
There's the water elemental though. It's gonna go straight onto the Thrall. They're gonna try to burst him, but a big bunch of healing for him. There's the Earthen Shields coming out as well. There's the Thrall and the Johanna and Thrall. They're gonna push down the Garrosh instantly. Big arrow coming out. Earthen Shield is still getting tons of value, but there's the Dragon Blade finishing off him as well. But there goes the Genji as the counter kill. Hanzo's still pushing forward, trying to get some value done here. Healing camp is down and going. They're doing quite a bit of damage to the Chen. He's gonna get off the Storm with Fire though, and that's gonna be a big turnaround in that fight as he's pushing forward as well. They're getting quite a load. Psycho's going to jump over the wall, and Fresh is going to start backing up here on the Greymane. There's the Sun from the Tyrande. Johanna's moving back or into there. There's the big silence coming out, and there's the bullet as well. Earth Spirit being the only one left alive after that. They could probably go in. I don't know. Jaina and Chen are pretty big like damage targets. They're at 57% on the objective. You can start rotating down everyone besides like the one person to pilot the objective at least.
Yeah, I think that's probably the
I'm
smartest
also going to
play.
try to end through the top here. You do have two Catas in the bottom lane, but they're going to be cleaned up pretty quickly here. And they're just going to take the top fort.
Yeah. Yeah, Genji and Garish are going to be up. I guess you can't really just right-click the Protector on core here. They're going to lose mid-keep. Nsomnia.
There it goes. We got to catch that live. They're going to put Stukov Johanna in it so they can keep all their damage out. Here comes Jamster as well as he's responded. They're just going to wait for him real quick. Subdue got finished again because Typh jumped out. They're going to put Greymane in there.
We can't even see the markings on the Protector Hellfire because it's scaled so much.
They're going to swap out again. They're going to put Thrall Greymane in it. It looks like they're going to go for a base race potentially and miss most skill shots though. As they have three people in the top lane. Insomnia hasn't
stepped it out. Insomnia needs to
but
go.
It's 53%. It's still just. I feel like it still just goes over.
This could go either. Insomnia needs to be on.
Big
that
stun
point.
arrow eaten by Garrosh. He's not able to protect the core. Shields are done on Insomnia as they're pushing forward. They need to get the Greymane out and put Stukov back in potentially. Never mind. This Protector's just gonna like three-shot the core here. 37%, 26%. Yeah, 23% though. Man, if Mismo skill shot just went a little bit sooner, they could have had that.
If Insomnia went a little bit faster as well, it looked like they weren't trying to. They were trying to not show as long as they super almost had that though. That was very scary.
Yeah, it for sure was. Congratulations to Stukov and Chen for only having 2 deaths in like a 30-minute game.
Yeah, for real.
Especially one where like both teams got wiped at one point simultaneously.
Check out that Jaina damage. That's a lot of Jaina damage.
It is. It for
Jaina
sure
put in a
is.
ton of work.
Look at the amount of siege damage in this game, though. Just overall, 3
Yeah,
people are above 170k.
This is a high damage game.
It really was. Oh, take a look at damage taken. Johanna eating 150k damage. Chen eating 147. As that's game 2. That's a 2-0 for Insomnia there. And we will see them again in a couple of hours. But before that, we're going to have Mismo Skillshots. The team we just saw play, they're going to face Amazing. And after that will be Amazing versus Insomnia. So we're catching all the heroic action tonight. So we're going to go ahead and end the stream so that way there's a break. And then we'll throw up the waiting screen, and I'll contact Mismo Skillshots again, and we'll figure out when all that map stuff's going to come back, and then we'll be right back in, I think it's about a half an hour. I think it starts at 9. I know the last game is supposed to start at 10, but it'll probably be delayed. I think the middle game starts at 9. We'll see if they want to start early or not, since both these teams have other things going on. But we will be back shortly with all of that action for you. So stay tuned, and we will resume shortly.